YouTube, it's Johnny DL here. I'm going to be doing a number of videos ready for Leeds and Latitude Festival, so that they're ready to go and I don't have missing videos in my one-a-day schedule, because I'm going to those. Today, this video I'm going to be solving my Rubik's Cube. I'm going to just keep on scrambling it a bit more. And I'll talk you through my method of solving it. It's not going to be a tutorial video of how to do all the algorithms and stuff, because I'm not the best person to do that. It's just me showing you how I solve it and what I'm thinking about when I'm solving it. Hopefully I'll be able to keep this in frame for you so that you can see it, but because me and you are opposite sides, you might not be able to see everything, so I'll pause when I can and show you important steps. Not pause the video, I mean stop twisting. So here we go. I normally start with the white side first, cause just out of personal preference, and I usually do corners so that I know which side I'm working on 4x4. If I was working on a 3x3, obviously that wouldn't be such an issue, but because the 4x4 the centres float around, there are my white corners, I've got to make a side. I've got a couple of sides now partially complete, so I'm going to work on the edge pieces. And obviously I'm matching up these sides as well as these ones, so I've done red and white as you can see there. Going to do orange and white next, and I've got a green and white there that I'll drop into place on this side, and then that blue and white there can be dropped across, and it's all about working on what you can see. I tend to move my cube around a lot, and that apparently isn't the best idea if you want to do speed solves, but I'm not about speed solves, I'm just about getting the job done. So hopefully, I don't know whether you can see everything I'm doing, but oh, have I made a mistake? Yeah, I have. It's that way. White, all the edges and corners are solved. I normally go ahead and solve the centre of the white square, just because it means that I can I've got something to work from, and it's one less thing to do later. The other edges are a bit more of a pain to solve. The other centres are a bit more of a pain to solve without my centre algorithm, and that's best done after everything else because it doesn't move anything else around. So white side complete. Now going from here, I usually work up the edges from the white side. That edge is luckily done for me. That wasn't planned at all. And yes, I'm going to continue. So I have blue and orange there, so drop that in. And I don't always know, I'm not brilliant at solving these, so when I see blue and orange I might not know which way round it goes until I'm popping it in, and sometimes I make mistakes with that and have to take it out again because it's upside down or something. So I've now got to do red and green, so I've got a red and green there. If I pop that one in place now, you'll see that it's actually red and green and red and green. It's not this one, which is the one I was aiming for. So that's there. So I shall do that next, which is this. And you can see I've twisted both bits of white up, which means, what did I do wrong there? Because I'm facing it to you, so I'm not quite sure what I did wrong there. Oh right, so it's up. Sorry, I normally solve it from this side, so that can be dropped. Is it that way? Oh, I've completely messed this up. Oh, it's me and talking whilst I'm doing this, because I normally don't, you see. Right, so it's... I was doing red and green, wasn't I? So that one. Right, got it. Yeah, and as you can see, I've put the white side up there, so I've got to put that back as well. So it's all lined up again, back. Yeah, I'm not particularly good at presenting the Rubik's Cube solved. I've got red and blue to do left, and I always try and keep the one that I'm solving in my front right hand so that I can see it more effectively, and twist it round when I need to. Last one is there. So I've worked up all the edges, as you can now see, all those edges, so I've got to do the top side now. The top side, again, I start with corners and work from there. So red, blue, right, so none of these corners are both oriented and positioned correctly, so I'll just choose one, and I've got to rotate a triangle round, so yeah. And I do a 3-corner move, which moves the corners without moving anything else. Then I do a single corner twist, 2 different corners, and in theory that should keep everything on the bottom nice and together. And now I've got all those corners solved on the yellow side. My edge moving is usually a relatively trial and error process, but I'm going to try and avoid that today. So I've got to move some orange round, which means I'm going to do this, I think. I'm not certain if I'm doing... Well, I know I'm not doing this the most efficient way possible, but I'm trying to do corners so that I've got a whole corner solved, and by doing that corner I accidentally did that corner as well, and I'm left with 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4 that aren't in the right place. So I'm going to solve those using basically the same method. So I want to do that's that, and I found that I've got all the yellows orientated the right way, but I've got a green and a red switch. So actually it means that one of these whole layers has done that. And it doesn't matter which one, but because if I'd solved those centres, they'd now need resolving anyway, so it's a good thing I didn't bother doing that, because I'm now going to mess them up a bit. So it's all about not being able to see my face, and Right, I've done a red, and if I do this one, I should be able to get, no, okay, didn't do that right. Never mind. I'm never sure about this algorithm, how best to make sure that all the yellow and red are done as quickly as possible. So we've got, that's the green one I want to solve. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Have I solved that, or have I put it somewhere completely wrong? I have put it somewhere completely wrong. I'm messing this up something wicked. Because I'm talking rather than concentrating. So I'm going to concentrate and solve these edges, and you can just watch. So that's that, and then I've got blue, red. I'm just guessing and hoping for the best here. So have I ended up with? I should probably learn to orientate my brain a bit better rather than orientating the cube to do this, but never mind. That didn't do what I wanted it to do at all. What am I doing? Completely messed this up. I can solve this, I promise. It's just that I'm doing it on camera, so bear with me. Right, so there we go. That's that edge, and then I want to put that one in there. So 1, 2. Perfect. And then let's see if I can do the same again. That way. Okay, that's done it. At 13 minutes. This doesn't normally take me this long, but I'm talking about it, so never mind. Now I think that there is none of these centre squares are free of opposites, so that's going to cause me some trouble. But I'll start with blue. And I really struggle with working out how to do this and not move everything else around. So I came up with my own little algorithm here, which is moving the replacing the colour replacing a colour and then putting it back in a different place. So if I'm going to move this green to this side, this green to this side, it would actually replace this green, and this green would then move somewhere else, which is what I'm going to do now. I've solved blue, as you can see, so I would do that, and then back to yellow, so I'll put the yellow across. Oh, that messed up. Green, yellow. Did I mess up the blue? No. Green, and I'll move orange. So ooh, that moved it in the wrong direction. I swear that's not what it normally does. It's because I'm on camera. I'm trying to show off. I've made the mistake of doing green, white and blue, and it's left me with another C shape of red, orange and yellow, which means that I've got reds and orange to switch, which are a pain in the neck. So no, red, that one. And the thing is, it always looks more impressive from your point of view, because I'm going to be solving where I know needs solving and working on it, and you'll just see completely different patterns emerging, and usually completely scrambled for a couple of moves before, but from my point of view it always makes sense. So there's my solve of a Rubik's Cube. Comment, rate, subscribe, that sort of thing. I might do one of my other sorts of twisty puzzles, because I've got a few now, because this is a 4x4x4. It's not an official Rubik's Revenge, but that's what it would be if it was a Rubik's Cube. I've got a 5x5 somewhere. I've got a couple of 12-sided puzzles, dodecahedral puzzles, which are the Star Minx, I think, and the Mega Minx. So I should probably solve those at some point. So yeah, if there's anything you'd like me to do, please drop me a comment. I've got a list that I'm working from, and it'd be nice to have some input from what you would like to see. So Johnny DL out.